Hey YouTube, Christo here. Back already with my fourth review. Kind of getting the hang of it. It's starting to flow a little easier for me. I'm kind of, remembering my pattern that I'm going with and trying to stick with it. It'll still be, I reckon, a good while before I get it down pat, but yeah, I'm definitely moving along much faster than I was before. So obviously, as you know, my review for today will be on Dior's Higher. And again, this is another one of my favorites, and I thought I would put this up here because there's not that many reviews for it, and I think yet again it's another one of my favorites that happens to be quite underappreciated, I think, in my books. Now, Dior Higher, it's classified as woody aromatic, and I think that is a pretty good label for it. It was made in 2001, so it's been around for about a decade now. The perfumés are, and you have to forgive me, these are the most challenging names I've had yet. Olivier Guillotin, who made a few Ed Hardys, Luck and Love and something or other, I don't know, I'm not too fussed with the Ed Hardy house. And Olivier Péchou, I hope I got that right, who made Paco Rabanne's 1 Million, which I do actually quite like a lot. Now, the notes in this are, in the top, we've got peach, basil, citrus, and pear. In the mid, they've got rosemary, spice, and cypress. And in the base, there's musk and pear wood. Now, to me, I find this to have predominant woody notes, the pear wood. And if you don't know what pear wood smells like, you'll definitely know after you smell this. The pear in the opening is quite predominant, but it fades away. And the reason I love this, one of my favorite notes, my favorite note, I can say cypress. That's why I love this. I just can't get enough of cypress, and sadly there's not that many men's scents out there that have it. I find this to be very fresh, yet it's also very bitter and sour. It's really hard to describe, but well, I'll give you my first impression in a few seconds. Now, I have to give you a bit of a story. When I bought this, I have a tester of this. I got a tester of this, and I got a tester of Dior Homme, the original. Actually, it's sitting right here. I got these two on the same day in the same haul. And I tried this first because I had such high expectations for it. The reviews that I read for this online were quite lukewarm, just really average. So first thing I did, went, oh my god, that's gorgeous. I sprayed it on myself and just fell in love with it right away. This one, sprayed it on my hand, went, yeah, it's alright. Kind of put it in the back of my wardrobe, forgot about it. Wore my Dior Homme, almost every day. Well, at least once a week for a good couple months. You can see I've already taken a good bit out of it. Just kind of put it in the back burner for a while, and I stumbled upon this in a department store, Dior Higher Black, and it says limited edition right on the front there. I don't know if you can see that. And I went, oh my god, that sounds great, a black version of a Dior scent. So I bought it, and after I did my research, I found out it's just a black bottle. It's the same perfume. But after I bought it, I sprayed it on myself to test it out, and went, it's not different, but you know what, actually that's kind of nice. So I kind of was unimpressed by this, but after I tried it again, I really liked it. Anyways, this comes in two different bottle sizes that I could find. The Dior original here comes in 50 and 100 ml. The Dior Higher Black, which is quite rare from what I can find, does come in 75 mls. But only this one. This one doesn't come in 75 as far as I could find. prices for this range from about $40 for a small 50 ml bottle up to 80 plus for a 100 ml bottle. I have read that this is discontinued, and I've done some research and I can't find a definitive answer, but seeing as I've seen, you know, 3 or 4 references to this being discontinued in different places, I'm gonna believe it, but I haven't seen anything to say that it's not discontinued. Alright, so you guys know if you've watched my other reviews, okay, this side I sprayed this on about half an hour ago, 45 minutes ago. So I'm going to spray another bit on my other hand, and I'm going to analyze the opening for you. So straight out, now I have worn this a lot, so I do know what the opening is right away. It is fruity. It's not sweet. That's the thing that you have to remember. There is, you know, pear in this, and you know, a lot of men don't like pear, but it's definitely not sweet pear, okay? It's sour. It's like a green unripe pear, okay? If you were to bite into a green unripe pear, that's what it would smell like. It's not like a fresh, juicy pear, okay? If you guys know, what is it, Cariol for men, or Cariol pour homme, that has, to me, a very ripe pear note in it. This is green, like an unripe pear. So yeah, to me, the opening is a sour, fruity pear with wood. You can definitely smell wood, but the wood hasn't quite come out yet. Now, the dry down I've got over here, to me this is just, it's cypress and pear wood. And when you smell the dried on this, you will know what I mean by pear wood. It's hard for me to describe, but you can kind of smell the fruitiness of the pear kind of morph into the woodiness of the pear, and it's really nice. I like the transition from the top to the base, where it goes from pear to pear wood. I think it's brilliant, and that's Dior. You know, that's why I love Dior so much. And yeah, like I just said, the notes on this develop so perfectly. You know, this is Dior. Dior make some of the best designer perfume in the world, okay? And that's what you get with this. You know, the notes develop from the base, from the opening to the base just perfectly. You can look at the notes and you can pretty much just pick them out, and you can watch them develop so perfectly. It's really, really great. Now, projection and longevity. This is where I have a bone to pick with Higher. The projection, I get decent projection for about 2 to 3 hours. In decent projection, I mean, you know, I have a little scent cloud around me, you know, it radiates a little bit off the skin, but it's not, you know, you're not going to leave a trail behind you, you know, like 100 meters, you know, with something like, you know, 1 million or Amen, or Fahrenheit by Dior. You're not going to get a huge trail, scent trail like that. Longevity, yeah, again, sadly, this only has average length. Average, I would say 4 to 6 hours, which is average for most houses, but this is Dior, you know. Fahrenheit, you spray Fahrenheit on yourself at 7 a.m., you'll still smell it on yourself when you go to bed at 10 p.m. You know, Dior Homme, even Dior Homme Sport, I get better longevity out of that than I do this, unfortunately. So yeah, longevity, I'm only going to say average 4 to 6 hours. Occasion, season, I like this because I find this to be quite versatile. I think it's most ideal for spring. I think it's really great, like the woodiness and the bitter pear feeling I think is just perfect for the spring, but I can totally see you pulling it off in the summer or the fall. Winter, I think it's not strong enough. I think it would just get lost in the winter air. If you walked outside and it's like, you know, -5, I think it would just, you know, the cold air would just eat it right up. I don't think you're gonna get much in the winter. For the occasion, I think this would be really great for casual Going for a walk outdoors. I think this is a really great outdoorsy scent. Walking outside, sitting on a patio bar in the summer at night, I think that would be really great. Having a few beers on the patio on like kind of a crisp spring night, or even a nice hot summer night, because I don't find this to be too cloying or anything for the summer. Also, I think this would, be pretty decent for the office. It's not strong, it's not overwhelming, it's not cloying, it's not sweet, and that's something that would work well for the office, personally, I think. Age group, I think, Dior, this is Dior. You're not going to get many high school kids. Even if high school kids can afford this, I don't think it's going to be their taste. I think it would be good for a more sophisticated college kid, or maybe, a sophisticated, young professional. But like I said, on a more casual scale there. I'm going to put an age range between 20 to 30. Definitely think guys over 30 might be into this, but under 20, I think you might want to look for something different. What's good about this? I think it's sweet. It's sour. It's fresh. It's bitter. It's not too sweet. The opening is a bit, but it dies down. It's unique. It's Dior for summer, okay? Dior don't make that many perfumes that are wearable in the summer, and I think this is one of them. It's versatile, like I said, and if you're like me and you love cypress, I think you have to check this out. Bad. The only things that I can say that are really bad about this are the projection longevity. I would like more from a Dior scent. Negatives, if it is discontinued, that's a negative, but that's got nothing to do with the juice inside. The fruity opening might put people off, but it really doesn't last that long. Some people might say this isn't Dior quality. I would argue it is Dior quality. It's just not as outrageous or different or unique as some of their other scents are. Recommendation, I'm going to recommend this for a younger guy who wants to smell sophisticated, but it's definitely not a black tie perfume. You shouldn't wear this to like an expensive an expensive dinner or a board meeting or something like that. I think this is a really great versatile scent for a younger guy, but it's Dior. It's going to be a bit pricey. Also, I definitely have to say, if you're one of the people out there who really miss Gucci's Rush for Men, I think this would be a pretty good substitute. It's, you can get it for half the price, even a quarter of the price if you look around. And I think the cypress in this resembles the cypress in Rush for Men more than anything I've ever seen. That said, they are very different, so don't come on leaving me nasty comments if you buy this and you say, this smells nothing like Rush. It smells a bit like it. I think the cedar or the cypress reminds me a lot of it. It's not identical, but I think it would make a good substitute. Anyways, that's my take on Dior Higher. This is actually one of my top 5. This is one of my top 5 favorites, solely because I love the cypress in this so much. I think you should check it out, because if this is discontinued, it will start going for $100 plus a bottle soon enough. So try it while you can. Cheers, guys.